Hello everyone, welcome to Newsroom series on Channels Television. I'm Joker Rogers. Today, our focus is on the Southwest, but first a look at those top stories for today. And we're starting from outside our country. One of the most significant moments in British politics in recent years unfolded today as Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced his resignation less than 2 years after leading Labour to a landslide election victory. The move triggers a leadership contest that will determine Britain's next Prime Minister and has already prompted a reaction from financial markets. Our London Bureau Chief Juliana Olayinka reports from Westminster.
Less than 2 years after entering Downing Street on the back of Labour's landslide general election victory in July 2024, Sir Keir Starmer has announced his resignation as Prime Minister, bringing a dramatic end to a premiership that many believed would reshape British politics for years to come. Standing outside Number 10 this morning, an emotional Starmer confirmed he would step down as both Labour leader and Prime Minister after concluding that he no longer had the confidence of enough Labour MPs to lead the party into the next general election. However, this is not an immediate exit from office. Under the timetable outlined today, Labour is expected to begin the formal process of selecting a new leader before the 9th of July. Starmer will remain in Downing Street in a caretaker capacity throughout the summer, with a successor expected to be chosen around the end of Parliament's summer recess and in place by the beginning of September. The significance of today's announcement was felt almost immediately in the financial market. Sterling weakened against both the dollar and the euro, while UK government borrowing costs edged higher as investors assess the implications of yet another change at the top of British politics. And that is perhaps the bigger story. Starmer becomes the 4th British Prime Minister in 7 years to leave office before completing a full term, following Theresa May, Boris Johnson and Liz Truss. Once again, a British Prime Minister has been forced from office not by voters at a general election, but by a loss of support within their own party. His departure now opens one of the most consequential leadership contests in recent British political history. Attention is already turning to potential successors, including Andy Burnham, as Labour seeks a leader capable of restoring authority within the party and confidence across the country. For investors, allies and trading partners around the world, including Nigeria, the focus now shifts from the end of the Starmer era to what comes next, and whether Britain's next Prime Minister can deliver the political stability that has eluded Westminster for much of the past. From outside the Palace of Westminster, I'm Juliana Olayinka for Channels Television News.
So let's turn our attention to politics here in Nigeria. The governor of Ekiti State, Oyo will receive his certificate of return from INEC tomorrow following Saturday's re-election victory. The Independent National Electoral Commission is expected to present the official documents to the governor and his deputy, sealing their return to office. INEC declared Governor Oyo winner of the 2026 Ekiti State governorship election after he secured a landslide victory across all 16 local government areas, polling 319,224 votes against 40,453 for the PDP and 12,872 for the ADC. This historic result makes him the first incumbent governor to win re-election in Ekiti State. We'll keep you updated with that. Stay tuned to Channels Television. Now to other stories. Motorists and commuters and along the busy Iwo Road in Ibadan today had a hard time moving to their businesses as protesters blocked the busy area, causing major traffic disruption in the Oyo State capital. The protesters who gathered at the location around 10 a.m. were led by the Take It Back movement, demanding an end to insecurity across the country, and called for the release of the abducted school children and teachers in Orire local government area of Oyo State. Speaking during the protest, the national coordinator of the movement, Juwon Sonyaolu, said the demonstration was part of ongoing efforts by the group to push for the freedom of the victims. According to him, the protest is a continuation of actions the organization has embarked on since the abduction of children and teachers in Orire local government area in Oyo State. He said the group will continue to protest for the release of all abducted victims until they are free. Says the group believes that government officials are in comfort of their homes and offices, while innocent students and their teachers are languishing in the kidnappers' den. Here in Lagos State, the government has taken another step towards digitizing government services as the Physical Planning Permit Authority unveils its new electronic physical planning process system, EPPPS. Speaking at the EPPS sensitization program, the State Head of Service, Mr. Olabode Agoro, commends the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development for initiating a historic transition to electronic systems for planning approvals for buildings.
Professionals in the construction sector, artisans, traditional rulers, policymakers, as well as senior government officials in Lagos State turn out in their numbers at the Adeyemi Bero Auditorium in Alausa, Ikeja, for an interactive session to sensitize stakeholders on the electronic physical planning permit processing system and acquaint themselves with the new digital platform's operations.
There has been lots of complaints when people approach our planning offices. The officers are too hard, the office is too hard, and all this stuff. But now we are moving to the electronic age. And when people complain, I've submitted an approval 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months is not yet out. We are pushing that behind us.
The intention is to have all of the services of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development in a one-stop shop, and such that regardless of the service you require, you can just, make a request, put in your submissions, and then we would attend to you.
Some of the professionals in attendance include architects, surveyors, applaud government for introducing electronic physical planning permit processing.
We, as architects, we know we are at the forefront of the building industry. And as a result, we are very much ready to work with the state government to achieve these feats.
We are confident that this platform will enhance service delivery and contribute to sustainable urban development in Lagos State.
Other speakers at the event raised concerns about internet connectivity, while also appealing for the use of manual and digital processes running concurrently.
Challenges relating to connectivity, user adaptation, technical support, and system integration are not uncommon. My humble recommendation that for a reasonable transition period, the new electronic system should operate side by side with the existing manual of analog.
I hear that they are started from January, full implementation in April. But I want to make a strong appeal. We will never challenge that policy, but we are asking for more time.
The State Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development responds to these issues raised.
Our government is a listening government. We running step on your behalf. We are listening and we'll get back to them. But the important thing is that we just must start.
The State Head of Service says the implementation of the electronic physical planning permit processing is critical to the growth of Lagos State.
The electronic physical planning permit process system is one of those strategic interventions. It is not merely a software application, but it is a comprehensive digital ecosystem designed to modernize the entire physical planning permit process, from the application stage to the final approval stage.
The Lagos State government says the electronic physical planning process sensitization program will continue across all local government areas and local council development areas to ensure the new technology-driven initiative is well received in order to simplify building permit approvals.
To the judiciary, the Lagos State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Naval has called on State Council to embrace innovation, uphold the highest ethical standards, and strengthen service delivery as the Ministry of Justice pursues far-reaching legal sector reforms. Speaking at the Ministry's 2026 mid-year meeting with State Council in Ikeja, he said every legal decision taken by the Ministry impacts the lives of millions of Lagosians. Our judiciary correspondent, Shola Shuyele, reports.
What happened to you? That's where I'm going.
The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice led lawyers in his ministry to this meeting, which had the theme Enhancing Service Delivery, Professional Excellence and Justice Sector Reform.
Somebody now.
According to the AG, the gathering was convened to review the ministry's performance over the past year and the first half of 2026, assess ongoing reforms, chart a course for the remaining months of the year, and renew the commitment of officers to excellence and efficient service delivery.
As I often remind us, every file on your table and behind every brief, every memorandum, case file, or policy document is a person, a family, a business, or a community whose rights, interests, and future may be shaped by our actions. So it will not be right for somebody to have a file and the file is on his table for 1 week doing nothing.
To inspire the next generation of public sector lawyers, the ministry invited accomplished legal professionals who had served within its ranks and gone on to excel at the bar, on the bench, in academia and public service to share lessons from their professional journeys.
Public service is different. It offers a currency that they say money cannot buy. It's, with the privilege, you have the opportunity, the privilege of being the shield of the state and also the sword of the vulnerable. It's not a small thing. It's a responsibility that we must carry and understand and embrace.
It was the Ministry of Justice that helped me to begin to convert the knowledge I had acquired outside to make it locally relevant. My work here is the most impactful work I have ever done.
The speakers encouraged State Council to remain diligent, embrace technology, pursue continuous learning, and uphold the values of integrity and professionalism.
Never allow where you work to define how you work. Because excellence is not the preserve of the private sector. Excellence is not just a choice, it's a habit. It's what you choose that you want to do.
We must leverage on technology. There's no law. Everybody now has almost equal access to knowledge. There's nothing like somebody is brilliant, somebody is not brilliant. No. The difference is your ability to do your legal research online.
Senior respect is not psychotic.
The Lagos State Ministry of Justice is widely regarded as one of Nigeria's largest public law offices, with hundreds of lawyers serving across its various directorates. The ministry produced the first state council in Nigeria's public service to attain the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria. It has also been led by distinguished legal figures, including former Vice President and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Shola Shuyele, Channels Television News.
When we come back on Newsroom series, the Ogun State government sensitizes smallholder farmers on the benefits of the special agric processing zone. That's in a moment. Please stay with us. Welcome back. We're in Ogun State, where the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones program, in collaboration with the Ogun State government and the International Funds for Agriculture Development, has flagged off sensitization for smallholder farmers in the cassava and rice value chains. The program, executed by Ogun SAPZ in collaboration with IFAD and the state government, targets about 50,000 rural farmers in 4 additional local government areas during the Phase 2.
Agriculture remains one of the key components of the Ogun State government's economic development drive for food security and employment.
nobody will ask you to go and pay for anything.
In line with this, the state government is sensitizing smallholder farmers to benefit from the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones program.
It's a comprehensive agro-industrialization program designed as a tool for creating integrated agricultural focus platform that will investment in value-added agro-processing to unlock opportunities for improved food security, job creation, import substitution, and rural poverty reduction.
State officials urge youths across the state to take advantage of this opportunity by registering and participating actively.
But I want to appeal again. The appeal has been done before. That when you collect this input, use it to support your production. There are many news that you don't apply cassava, fertilizer to cassava. You don't accept. If you apply to it, it will turn black, it turn watery. They are all fake news. Because science has proved it, but any input you collect, please use it to move your work forward. This input you are going to be giving is just like a startup. It cannot support you throughout the program.
When they came for registration, please, let's try to support them. When they ask of our NIN, let's try and give it to them. They are not scamming us. This program is legit. It's from Ogun State government. It's from federal government. Please, let's try to support them. Let's show them that truly Yewa South, we are truly farmers.
The program outlines 4 major components: infrastructure development, policy and institutional development support, agricultural productivity and production, as well as market linkages within the SAPZ catchment areas.
This program will benefit 100,000 direct beneficiaries from Ogun State and Kano State. The program is being funded by International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD.
The initiative is expected to drive agricultural transformation, enhance value addition, create sustainable jobs, and strengthen food security across Ogun State.
The management of the Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, or SOPADEC, has reassured the people of the mandate areas of the commission of timely completion of all abandoned projects, while embarking on new ones towards a sustainable development of communities. Speaking at the flag-off of a road project at the headquarters of Ondo local government area of Ondo State, Chairman of SOPADEC, Olabi Poroye, emphasized that upon inauguration a year ago, the first priority of his team was to complete all abandoned and ongoing projects, an achievement commended by a member of the Ondo State House of Assembly.
We made bold to say that together we have made tremendous progress. Within this 1 year, SOPADEC have completed critical projects across the oil producing areas, including the General Hospital Agadagba Obonse 1, the 1 kilometer go-to Township Road, the 1,000-meter concrete walkway with jetty at Obela, the concrete landing walkway at Oberewoye, at Obeobaro, Obemagbe, Obelomore, providing safer and more efficient transportation for residents.
For the past 26 years of democracy, some has been neglected. So we need to clap for Dr. Lokaida for this. Other Apoel community, they are having some road, or the other fractions are not there, but this place is being abandoned. But lucky Aida Tiwa, because Aida Tiwa, he was able to look at this place, it must be recognized this time around.
Producing communities in Ondo State appreciate the efforts of SOPADEC, but are quick to request for more development projects.
I want to express our profound appreciation to Osupadek for deeming our community worthy of this project. We cannot but thank Osupadek under the able leadership of Honorable Executive Chairman Olabi Uroye for this symbolic, most importantly, our heartfelt appreciation goes to His Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State.
Staying in Ondo State, retired police officers in Nigeria under the auspices of the Police Retired Officers Forum have appealed to President Bola Tinubu to give assent to the bill to exit the Nigerian police force from the contributory pension scheme. Addressing journalists at the Nigerian Union of Journalists Press Center in Akure, Ondo State capital, the national coordinator, Professor retired CSP Raphael Ironwanu, describes the CPS as inhumane, slavery, and dehumanizing. He notes that other security agencies in Nigeria operating under the defined benefit scheme are not subjected to the CPS.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a forum, we remain resolute, focused, and determined in the pursuit of justice. We shall continue to pursue our legitimate cause through lawful, peaceful, and democratic means until justice is achieved. Our slogan remains: no retreat, no surrender. Immediate demand: 1. That the President will give access to the police LDB currently on his table. 2. Total exit from the contributory pension scheme. 3. Migration from contributory pension scheme to defined benefit pension scheme for the Nigeria Police Force.
We're back in Lagos, where the State Police Command has burst an underage prostitution gang hiding out in the heart of Balogun Market on Lagos Island. Speaking on the operation, the Commissioner of Police, Tijani Fatai, explains that one person has been arrested, with 12 of the 30 girls at the location who have now been rescued.
It's a normal day at the popular Balogun Market in Lagos Island. Traders have no clue about an underground operation by the Lagos Police Command Tactical Team. The arrival of the State Police boss and his team in company of journalists and a suspect sends a message. They head straight to a 4-story building behind the Adire Lane. A rented apartment upstairs divided into rooms allegedly occupied by underage children who the police say sleep with men while the boss collects the money. Bubble, however, burst when one of the victims resists the act.
The lady in question, that is the victim, was seen lying down in a pool of her blood gushing out of her nose, and the Good Samaritan decided to pick her and bring her to the police station. There and then at the police station, she was questioned. That was where she narrated her story, that she was brought in by one particular person, a lady from Delta State, with the aim of coming to work as a caterer in Lagos. But on getting to Lagos, the woman changed it and introduced her to prostitution, that she has to serve her for about 6 months before she can gain her freedom, and serve her as in using her for prostitution. There and there she has been sleeping with different kinds of men, and on that particular day, she, according to her, she has slept with nothing less than 30 men. When she told the principal that she could not go for another man, she was beaten up, thrown out of the room, and that was why she started wondering.
As investigation progresses, Mr. Fatai warns that the command will not condone such inhuman acts in Lagos.
The lady told us that she were about 30, but presently we have about 12 of them with us. We'll continue with our investigation, which will lead us to the prosecution
of the principal suspect.
The search for other suspects in the crime is ongoing, while victims remain with the Command Gender Unit for the law to take its course.
As sophisticated threats like oil theft and cybercrime evolve, the maiden Naval Doctrine Seminar is rewriting the rules of engagement, turning strategy into victory at sea. The two-day seminar is a direct response to a complex security landscape designed to give Nigerian forces the required edge. Rear Admiral Anabraba, who represented the Chief of Naval Staff, says the event aligns with the vision of the CNS, which supports the call for total collaboration among all sister agencies and services and strategic alliances and allies to protect Nigeria's economic lifeline.
See, at the core of this is the fact that no single service can go it alone. The Navy cannot do it alone in any of the operating domains. The Army cannot do it alone. The Air Force can't do it alone. Even we bring in the paramilitary. And so we need joint doctrine to have a common understanding of our operating environment. We need joint doctrine to enable us to act and operate seamlessly. We need joint doctrine to understand ourselves, to have a common language. And don't forget, joint doctrine, even at the services level, enhances, that is a force multiplier, and enhances fast decision making. So we just have to come together and formulate or review our existing joint doctrine.
Recently, we have reviewed the Nigerian Navy doctrine, which was signed in 2021. So it is over 5 years. It had a 5-year lifespan before a review. We have reviewed it, and of course, you know that within the past 5 years, a lot has happened in the theater of operations. And of course, in the Navy too, we've acquired so many new vessels, developed so many new concepts of operations. So we have reviewed the doctrine. It is in Naval headquarters undergoing other inputs before it will be signed.
That's it on Newsroom series. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Joka Rogers. Bye for now.